obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Everyone, you got four down.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of... Two, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Rock it. Hey, Foxtrot.
On second down, here's Locke. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing his Locke on third down. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Throw left side complete. It's Black. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Zoo! Go!
Block now on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got? 36. 36. Hey!
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th, now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 76 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that. Maybe they get this game tied up.
Yeah, this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Locke now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check safety.
Hey.
Now Locke throwing on second down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Check it back, check it back.
Great.
Out of the gun, Newton. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Trey Boston.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Bronco score. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are able to regain the lead.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, man.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. Great. Gun. Under 10. 10. Off.
On second and 11 now. Newton, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 12 yards there and a first down. On first down, Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now up to 14. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a run with McCaffrey. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's complete. Hooper. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot, letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Newton now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's first and he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Newton's Super Bowl nemesis, Von Miller, in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Newton, and the pressure gets to him again.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to break that one up, Ken Crawley.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 37, check 37. Show it up, show it up. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Throwing on 2nd down. Newton looking left side. That's caught by Moore.
We got this to DJ Moore. A gain of 13 yards.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 50, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
20. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Newton. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Newton escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just throw. And got his man, complete. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 45. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 13-yard line.
Hey, high 7. Yep. Hit it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of sad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 3rd and long, it's Newton. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing again. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Good. Eight.
Now Newton on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Newton. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll actually throw it with Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the pressure? Gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep